Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. It has been, before I get to that, how has your Thursday been? It was Thankful Thursday today. Did you have much to be grateful for today? Did you find at least one thing to be grateful for today? What things did you find to be grateful for today? My day has been a complete roller coaster of emotions. I got nothing done on my to-do list today. Nothing, not one single thing, except for making my bed. That's always the first thing that gets done, and that was before the emotional roller coaster started. But today was the 13th anniversary of Brad's diagnosis of cancer. Today was also the day that his probate got finalized, so we've now closed that loop. We have declared it complete, and we are now moving forward. There's been a lot of other stuff that's been going on today that I can't talk about, but it's a lot to be grateful for. And it's just, there's been a lot of sparkles of love flowing today. Let's put it that way. And like I said, there's other stuff there's other stuff I can't talk about, but I am extremely grateful for that other stuff that has occurred, and that has also been part of the emotional roller coaster today as well. But I just got off a really cool networking event with Expand the Business, and we get there every Thursday, same time every Thursday. We lock the room, the Zoom meeting 2 minutes after the start time, so that we keep the same people in there. And it's really, really cool because we get broken up we go into breakout rooms 3 different times, and we start off with a single question, and then the second breakout room we build on that first question, and the third breakout room we build on the previous 2 questions. So really, really great format. You get to meet some incredible people in there. I got to meet some amazing people in there, and got shocked a couple of times by some stories that I heard. Today we were talking about charities that we support, and why we support them. Some of you may know this, but one of the ones I support is Fight Colorectal Cancer, because they were an organization that gave us a lot of support during Brad's cancer journey. And I suddenly realized during one of the meetings that I totally did not do my birthday fundraiser. So since Brad passed, I had been doing a birthday fundraiser every year for Fight Colorectal Cancer. When he passed, we were saying, instead of flowers, please donate in Brad's name to Fight Colorectal Cancer, because they do a lot of research and all of that. But the problem is, because it's that area of the body, nobody wants to talk about it. And it's sort of like, you need to talk about it, because colorectal cancer is actually the number 2 cancer killer across both men and women, right behind lung cancer. So lung cancer is number 1, colorectal cancer is number 2. I don't know what's number 3. And last I checked, breast cancer was maybe just in the top 5 on the women's side, maybe just inside the top 5. I know it's definitely in the top 10, but I think it's finally made it into the top 5. But because people don't want to talk about that area of the body, a lot of times people ignore the signs, ignore the symptoms that they've got until it's too late, which is why it goes undetected so much, and why people don't talk about it often, and all of that sort of thing. So that's one of the charities that I support. The other one I support too is Immerman Angels, and they are a one-to-one mentoring program. So they match cancer patients with other cancer patients. They match caregiver to caregiver. And these are people who have volunteered to mentor somebody who is going through the journey. So when you've got somebody who has, so like for me, for example, I have mentored other cancer caregivers. Some of them have had the same cancer that Brad had, some haven't. Some of them I'm still good friends with. Other ones have the contact has just dropped away which happens sometimes with people. And but it's just a way of giving them support. And because of all the experience and stuff that I'd had, they would assign me somebody who's just starting being a cancer caregiver. It's all a whole new, brand new world. And it's like, oh, what do I do in this? I'm kind of struggling with that. We give no medical advice. It's just based on the experiences that we ourselves have had, and things that we have learned along the way to be an advocate for our spouse who is undergoing all the chemo treatments and everything else, and how to not really battle, Well, yeah, I kind of do battle with your spouse on on side effects. What some of the side effects that they need to watch out for from the type of drugs that the chemo drugs they're getting. Some of the weird stuff that may happen. Some of the funny stories that happen along the way, so they know it's not all bad. It's not all serious. There are funny things that can happen. Like the time my husband made some off the wall comment that I can't remember what it was, just as the nurse was about to put this 1.5 inch needle into his access his Metaport, he made some off the wall comment. She lifts her hand back and gives him a really weird look, and he goes, "What can I say? I'm blonde and I'm chemo grained." Well, she just about dropped the needle on that one. And I'm looking at my husband like, "What did you just say?" So that you do have your funny moments, and you got to treasure those and remember those. So helping them know that it's not all bad. But the other thing with being the mentor as a caregiver is that you are that voice of reason. You are that normal voice in there as well. I would email them, call them, text them based on whatever communication method that they wanted. And my only request from them is that please respond to me at least once a week so I know you're okay. Helping them find the time to take care of themselves. Then they have those cancer patients who have that are either still on the journey, getting their treatments and everything else, or those that have completely finished treatments and are cancer-free and remission, who are talking to those who have just been diagnosed with a similar cancer that they have. They can now talk shop. They know then that they're not alone. And and you're giving them the normalcy. So I would respond to their email. If they'd sent me an email, I'd type back they'd ask me questions, and I'd say, I don't care if you call me at 3:30 in the morning because you need somebody to talk to. Call me. Please don't put it off. If you need to talk to somebody there and then, please call me. Do not bottle it up. And this is what I was like with them, and I got very strict on that one. And they said, well, I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning and I had this big crime binge and I had nobody to talk to. I said, why didn't you call me? So they get virtual kicks in the butts as well. But they would send me emails with stuff on or text messages, and I would send them back the replies, and then I would do it now in normal news, and I'll just tell them something normal about our day that we'd had and that sort of thing, so that they know there is some normalcy still out there. Because a lot of times when you're going through cancer, it seems that all the conversations that you have relate to doctors and treatments and cancer and the latest treatments in this, the latest news in this, the latest wackadoodle medications that some people are taking or wackadoodle treatments that they're doing. And so it's just a case of showing people that there is still a normal life out there. Because most of the time when you're dealing with cancer, all you want to hear about is what happened in your day-to-day. And this was one of the things. And I had one friend who says, I don't know this. And I said, why don't you come over anymore? He says, well, I don't know how to talk to Brad. I said, you guys are big fans of Redskins. Why don't you just talk football? And he was like, I can do that. I said, absolutely. I said, believe me or not. I said, believe it or not, Brad just wants to talk to normal people about normal things. I said, if he brings up the cancer stuff, then yeah, you're free to go and talk about it. I said, but I said, just talk normal stuff. What happened at work today? Because this is one of his workmates. I said, what happened at work today? And so I said, just go tell him what's going on at work. What some of the stupid stuff the programmers have been doing. Go talk shop with him for a bit about that. I said, then start talking sports, because you guys watch sports like crazy. You both do that Mike and Mike show in the morning. So what were your thoughts about what today's show was all about? So that we'd started. So I was giving them ideas, just normal stuff. So and that's one of the things that I would do with the Imam Angels, is give them normal stuff. And tell them a little bit about my day, about what was going on, and try and keep away from the doctor appointment stuff. Yeah, they'll find out about that as well, and the hospital stays and all of that sort of thing. But yes, those are the two charities that I support. It's Fight Colorectal Cancer and Imam Angels, two great charities and things. So it was a very interesting networking thing today, finding out different charities that people support and why they support them. So it was, one of them still wows me. It was incredible. But that's his story to tell, so I'm not going to tell his story because it was one that was sort of like, whoa, that's powerful stuff. Anyway, so let us know what things that you are thankful for today. I'm also thankful for my friend Kathy, who keeps me highly entertained with the words of my dog. If you haven't seen any of the videos, we've got Zeffy's Great Adventures is a Facebook group. And Kathy will put in there every now and again. I don't know how she does it. I don't want to know how she does it because then it takes the fun out of it. But she'll send me little videos every now and again. It'll be a still picture of Zeffie that she makes talk. And Zeffie comes up with the craziest things to say. Like her latest one is something about my shoes. Because I tell you, I'm trying to train. Every now and again, things start clicking with Zeffie. I'm training her to do certain things, and it's repeat, and it's always repeat, repetition. It's great for that. And so basically, ever since I got her, when I first started training with her, I was sort of like, get mummy's shoes, or get my shoes, and you want to go for a walk? Let's get my shoes. And what she does with that, she goes and sits on the engine hump. Like she turns around like she's going to go for my shoes, and she turns around and looks at me and just backs up till her butt hits the hump, and then she just sits there and looks at me. Like to say, your shoes are over there, you got to get them type of thing, because where the engine hump is near where my shoes are and where I keep my shoes. So I go over there and I pick them up and I go, mummy shoes, and I show them to her and I go, mummy shoes, and I go to get my shoes and I'll go and sit down and put them on, and she comes and stands there and watches me. So she knows exactly what they are and what I do with them every time. We do the same routine every time, at least twice a day. And so this video was about the fact that Zeffie knows something about the fact that Zeffie knows exactly what it is that I'm telling her to do, but she's just deciding to drive me a little crazy right now and not do it. But I did share that one to my Facebook page, so please go check that out because it's hilarious, that one. But anyway, we're out of here. Got to go take her for a walk because I have to be back online for my mastermind group meeting. Yay! I'm going to be back online in just over half an hour for that. So have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your Thankful Thursday. Hug your loved ones. Tell them how grateful you are for them. And go write out a list of 10 things that happened to you today that you are grateful for. There you go. There's your challenge for this evening. Write out 10 things that you are grateful for that happened to you today. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for It's Fun. Gonna get my shoes, Zeph?